we are very pleased to have 6 members of the Return to Competition Task Force set to join us in just a bit. Commissioner Kevin Warren as well. We're to get the introductions now from the Assistant Commissioner of the Big Ten, Kerry Kenny.
Good morning. I'm Kerry Kenny, the Assistant Commissioner of the Big Ten Conference, and welcome to our Return to Competition virtual press conference. Thank you to BTN for hosting and for all of you for being here. We are joined this morning by our Return to Competition Task Force team. Big Ten Conference Commissioner Kevin Warren, Steering Committee Chairman and Chairman of the Council for Presidents and Chancellors and Northwestern University President Morton Schapiro, Medical Co-Chair and Vice President for Intercollegiate Athletics, Penn State University's Sandy Barber, Medical Co-Chair and Head Team Physician, The Ohio State University, Dr. Jim Borchers, Co-Chair of the Football Scheduling Committee and Director of Athletics at the University of Wisconsin, Barry Alvarez, Chair of the Television Committee and Vice President for Athletics and Recreation at Northwestern University, Jim Phillips. Thank you all for being here. We will begin the virtual press conference with BTN host Dave Revson and our panelists, followed by questions from the media that I will be facilitating. Tonight's virtual press conference will be available to watch later at btn.com, as well as on the conference website at big10.org. If we are unable to answer media questions due to time, please follow up with the conference office and we will do our best to get them answered. With that, I'll turn it over to Dave Revson.
Kerry, thanks a lot. Want to re-emphasize, I'm going to ask some questions here of the people on the Return to Competition Task Force, and then the members of the media, aside from myself, will get a chance to ask questions as well. So kind of 2 prongs to this news conference. But I want to start by thanking everyone who's here. I know there's been a ton of work put in over the last days and weeks to get to this moment. And I want to give each one of you a little bit of a chance, just to give people some background and understand everything that went into it, your particular subcommittees. I want to start with Commissioner Warren. And I know this was your brainchild, this notion of forming this subcommittee of people who would help figure out with the conference how we could get back safely onto the field. Give us a sense of the background behind this group, Kevin.
Yeah, Dave, good morning. Good to see you. I mean, first and foremost, this really is a special day for the Big Ten Conference. This is all about our student athletes, their families, our coaches, administration, the surrounding communities, and our fans. And the only focus and goal that we've had over the last 40 days was to safely allow our student athletes to return to competition so they can fulfill their dreams of being able to get a world-class education at one of our 14 institutions, but to be able to compete at the highest possible level from an athletic standpoint. And our chancellors and presidents, they have been laser focused from day one to making sure that we create an environment to allow our student athletes to participate in the most safe and healthy manner. And so shortly after the postponement of our season in August, the conference office, alongside with our chancellors and presidents, really went to work to establish our Big Ten Return to Competition Task Force. And what we wanted to do was to create an environment where we could work in a collaborative and a transparent manner to make sure that when we do return to sports competition, that we would make sure that we handle any and all questions and issues associated to make sure we have an environment for our student athletes to be able to compete at the highest level, but to make sure that they were healthy and safe. So what we did as we created our task force, we broke them down into 3 different task force. One that focused on our medical task force. I know you'll hear later from Dr. Borchers from the Ohio State University and Sandy Barber from Penn State University. And then a scheduling task force, which was led by Barry Alvarez from Wisconsin. And then our television task force, which was led by Jim Phillips of Northwestern. And then it was all spearheaded and pulled together by our chancellors and presidents. And they really deserve the credit for their leadership to make sure that they kept the bar high in regards to expectations from a health and safety standpoint. And then I'm just very happy to be in front of you today to announce that we will be returning to competition to afford our incredible student athletes the opportunity to do what they love.
I want to get a sense from everyone, as I mentioned, kind of how all of this came together. And President Shapiro, I'll start with you. You are the head of the steering committee. You're the chair of the Council of Presidents and Chancellors. But again, there's a separate steering committee of 8 of you. Give me a sense of that organization and its role in getting us to this moment.
Oh, thank you, Dave. Great question, of course. We meet a lot. I don't know how many hours a week I've been on calls with Kevin and with everyone on this various task force. And as you pointed out, I happen to have the honor, it's my 3rd year of my 2-year term, of chairing the board of the 14 of us. And it was all about safety, as Kevin pointed out. And we met with doctors over and over and over again. As you know, Dave, I'm a professor of economics. I'm not a physician or epidemiologist, virologist, infectious disease. So I relied on, I think we all did, on our medical experts. And fortunately, in the Big Ten, there are a lot of medical experts. And once they convinced us that it was safe to play, we were unanimous in that decision.
I do want to get to the medical component of it because I think that's the area where people have the most questions, this notion of kind of what changed from August the 11th to today, from a point where the season was postponed to a point where we are getting ready to play. Again, co-chairs of that medical subcommittee, Sandy Barbara, along with Dr. Borchers. Sandy, I'm sure you're probably at the point now where you feel, you have a medical degree as well with everything you've gleaned along the way here. So maybe we'll call you Dr. Barber, but give us a sense before we get into some of the specifics with Dr. Borchers as to kind of what the issues were that your group presented and made that group that Morty heads up feel pretty good about the fact that you could return to action.
Yeah, thanks, Dave, and it's great to be here and making this announcement. I'm so excited for our team and our coaches and our communities across the Big Ten. There were 5 of us as athletic directors on the medical subcommittee. And our role really was to kind of serve in a consultative and an advisory capacity to our medical professionals. And as Dr. Shapiro just mentioned, we're so fortunate to have such a great wealth of expertise within our 14 institutions. But we served as kind of consult and guidance to those medical professionals as it related to the practical implications, maybe the MCA implications, all of kind of the administrative guide rails related to what we hoped would be an eventual return to competition. But I think what really matters here is that that medical expertise, the power of the Big Ten was brought to the fore here with our medical experts. It was just a great example of teamwork and collaboration and getting to yes, and frankly, providing for the chancellors and presidents answers to and information as it related to their concerns and to their uncertainty, because this has always been and will always be about health and safety of our student athletes and our communities. And it was a pleasure working with Dr. Borchers. We've got more work to do, but it was a pleasure working with Dr. Borchers and the entire committee of really just collaborative folks that wanted to do this the right way. And if it was possible to get there safely, we were going to find a way. And that's what happened. So with that, I'm really honored to turn it over to Dr. Borchers to talk about the medical specifics of this path forward.
Thanks, Sandy. Appreciate that. And I'm proud to be here today to represent my colleagues from the 14 Big Ten institutions and other colleagues around the country that have really spent the last months preparing the best that they can to get athletes back to competition. As Sandy mentioned, these last 40 days have been an incredible example of collaboration and collegiality amongst specialists from many different disciplines to investigate and to put forward a pathway that will allow our student athletes, we believe, to have a return to competition and do it in a healthy and safe fashion. We can't emphasize enough that what we're putting forward still requires prevention. It requires accountability from everyone involved, from our student athletes to coaches to staff, to be doing the things to prevent getting this infection, and our progress will be measured by their efforts, but also we hope by the efforts to provide a clean competition and practice environment, and to be able to be data driven, to be able to assess appropriately, to be able to provide repetitive surveillance through testing, and ultimately, as was mentioned here, to provide the health and safety guidance that is needed to allow these student athletes to return to competition. So I'm honored to be here to represent that group, and certainly going to be happy to answer questions about the path that we're putting forward.
I certainly have some. I know the other members of the media will have some as well, and we'll roll up our sleeves and get into some of the details here in a moment. I do want to hear, though, from the other two people who are kind enough to join us here. Let's start with Coach Alvarez. Barry, you were in charge of the football scheduling subcommittee. So give us a sense, if you would, Coach, of the role of your committee and kind of where you guys are on the schedule, because I noted earlier there was an omission today, and I'm wondering whether that is because we don't know the details at this point as to exactly how many games everyone's going to play.
Yeah. Well, let me first thank everyone involved in working together to put this plan together to allow our student athletes back on the playing field. But my committee consisted of athletic directors as well as head football coaches, and we were charged to present schedules, the schedule models that made sense, and give a strategy to allow the teams to get back on the field. We came up with 4 different models that were presented that we felt made sense, presented to the COPC, and the schedule that they selected will start in October 23rd, 24th. We will play 8 games plus 1, a very unique Champions Week, where the teams from the East and West will match up and play one another, 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3, 4 versus 4, etc., with the championship game being played at the end of that week, I believe December 18th and 19th.
So repeat that then, Barry. So what you're saying is not only do we have the champions from each division playing one another, but the second place teams, third place teams, fourth place teams, and so on down will play one another as well. Do I understand that correctly?
That's correct. Very unique scheduling. It gives everyone an opportunity to play 9 games.
Got it. When might we have a schedule, Coach?
I think that will be worked on this week. As I understand it from the Big Ten office, we should have a schedule laid out later this week.
All right, fascinating. I know there are some coaches and players and fans who are anxious to see that, but obviously a huge piece of news there, that additional, the +1 game that you had mentioned. Jim Phillips, I want you to talk about the work of the television subcommittee. I certainly know from working in this area of the business that there is great interest in knowing where those games are going to be in terms of your television partners in the league. What did your subcommittee do?
Well, first of all, I want to reiterate a few things. One is how incredibly proud we all are. This was the ultimate in teamwork. I really want to thank the 14 athletic directors, the conference office, and obviously the subcommittees. We worked in collaboration with Sandy's group and Dr. Borchers from medical, Barry's group with football. And then each and every day over the course of the last 30 plus days, we talked daily basically with our incredible television partners of Fox, Eric Shanks, Larry Jones, Mark Silverman, Francois McGillicuddy, so that we were in alignment with not only football scheduling, but we were in alignment with Dr. Borchers and Sandy's group. And in the end, it was this incredible teamwork that you're hearing about that got us to this day. Certainly it wouldn't have happened without our presidents. But that's kind of the rhythm and flow of what the last nearly 40 days have been like.
All right, so that's the big picture here from each one of you. I do want to dive into some specifics, again, cognizant of the fact that the other members of the media are going to ask some questions as well, but some things just kind of front of mind for me. And I think the biggest one, I want to start with the commissioner. The biggest one for me is kind of the notion of how we got from where we were on August 11th to today. What were kind of the defining moments in your mind that allowed you to go from a moment where the season was postponed to one now where you're bringing it back perhaps earlier than you would have anticipated on that day?
Dave, I think the biggest thing is that we all have to realize that this is a fluid situation. And we always wanted to make sure that we put the health and safety of our student athletes at the forefront of all our decisions. And this is also a situation that we need to adapt. The world that we live in today, whether it's sports or any other area, just even in our families, we need to be able to adapt. And based upon the standards that were set by our chancellors and presidents from day one, is that we need to make sure that we create an environment that would allow for our student athletes to participate in intercollegiate athletics in a healthy and safe environment. And the standards that we needed, we had to go to work, we had to be fluid, we needed to show some flexibility. And once we reached that point and that we felt that we were comfortable to proceed forward and to be able to create that environment, we were able to go forward. So this is really about looking forward. We understand the journey that we had to go through from starting back in early August, all the meetings that we had internally with our athletic directors and even our different task force and just internally, but also realizing that one of the things about leadership, it's important that you are in a perpetual process of gathering information, analyzing information, setting high standards, and also looking at each other to say that we now have met those standards for our student athletes to participate. And that's why this is a happy day for us in the Big Ten to be able to focus on going forward, because we've created an environment, we've met standards that we're very comfortable with for the benefit of our student athletes. And the biggest thing is that we, again, and not only today, this announcement, even as we go forward and get into the season, we're going to have to remain fluid. We're going to have to adapt to changes. That's the world that we're living in. We're going to need to remain flexible. But the biggest thing, we're going to need to stay collaborative with each other, transparent with each other, and make sure that we focus on the future and stay together.
I do want to look back just a little bit, and I'll do it with Morty Shapiro, because obviously, ultimately, this was the presidents who made the vote back in August to postpone the season, and now ultimately the president's vote to say we can go forward with it. Morty, there have been a lot of questions about why wasn't it just kind of postponed for a while with kind of the notion of this built-in time that was in the schedule already, rather than saying, okay, we're done, we're not going to go forward with the schedule that we had proposed. You had this very flexible schedule. You had the possibility of moving back the start date significantly. I think a lot of people want to know why such a drastic move was made in August rather than just kind of a what we ultimately arrived at, which was kind of a postponement, but not one until December or January.
Well, Dave, the medical advice I relied on when I voted 5 weeks ago said almost personally no chance that we could do it safely. We weren't going to have the testing and all the safety protocols and heart considerations and all that. So for me, it was sort of, well, okay, we're going to postpone the season and let's hope we have that in place in first weekend in January. And then medical opinion changed. There have been a lot of advances in terms of understanding the pandemic and myocarditis and the like over the past 5 weeks. I've always believed, Paul Samuelson, the great economist, once was asked why he changed his mind, Dave, and he said, when the facts change, my mind changes. Doesn't the same thing happen for you? The facts change, our minds change.
I like you were able to tie in the medical and the economics there, Morty. I would expect nothing
In honor
less.
of your dad, one of our greatest ever
Yeah, well.
accounting business professors.
Dr. Borchers, I do want to dive into the medical component of it, because I guess then that ultimately is what Commissioner Warren's saying and what President Shapiro is saying is the facts changed, the information changed, and the Big Ten was nimble enough to react to information that changed, frankly, more quickly than they thought it would, and get themselves back in a position where they could compete. Give us a sense of exactly what changed here. What is different today than we had on August 11th?
Well, I think that, as already was mentioned, Dave, that we have continued to learn and explore, best options. I think there's some critical areas that we really sought best evidence in and expertise in. Our ability to test consistently and uniformly amongst the conference and to provide that was really important. And I think we have been very comfortable with the idea that we'll be able to provide daily rapid testing that will give us great surveillance of our student athletes and those individuals involved in those competitions, coaches and staff, and be able to respond to that with confirmatory molecular testing and PCR testing so that we can quickly remove individuals that may be at risk of infecting someone else. And I think as we worked with our task force infectious disease specialist epidemiologist and looked at this process that, quite frankly, others have described as well, and as we looked at the various testing options, we became more and more convinced that there was a path forward. We became very convinced that using a data-driven approach where we'll monitor data not only regionally, statewide, in our local communities and university communities, but amongst our teams specifically, and using specific metrics to our teams, such as the test positivity rate of the team or the population positivity rate of the team or the group that's involved, will help to guide us in making certain we're moving forward in a responsible fashion and give us some guidelines on when it may not be safe to move forward. I think that there were some issues that around contact tracing that the testing helps us to solve inside our athletic environment, and then other issues around this infection in general that we needed to continue to explore. Our protocols to assess for cardiac issues and other health issues that we became as a group, as a medical subcommittee and sports medicine committee, more and more comfortable with as a path forward for our student athletes. So in medicine, very often when things are unclear, we pause, we become collegial, we discuss, as the commissioner so eloquently stated, we're driven for a path forward, we're driven to look at the evidence. I think all of us have done that, and we've ended up in a place where we feel comfortable that we have a path forward that's going to emphasize that health and safety. And so as we've come to those decisions, I think, and I hope that we've been able to put a clear path forward that will be right for the Big Ten Conference in the situation our universities and communities are in at this time.
I want to get some final thoughts from the athletic directors. Sandy and Barry, I'm going to start with you. Maybe, Sandy, you can go first. But I'm just interested in the role of the student athletes here and what you're going to emphasize to your student athletes in terms of their responsibilities to try to make sure that they don't become infected.
Yeah, Dave, great question. And, it's what the message we've been delivering to our student athletes from minute one in this pandemic. And that's around their responsibility, their individual responsibility, their responsibility and obligation to their teams, and frankly, to their communities. And for the most part, our guys have, on our football teams, and I think across our athletic departments, have done a tremendous job. But now this return to competition really takes that up a couple of levels as it relates to the entirety of our community, as it relates to families, as it relates to faculty and community, and doing this responsibly. Again, it's all been about health and safety. And I know our student athletes are incredible role models for the entirety of our communities. And I know that they will accept that. and they will be responsible about their behaviors and their decision making. And we're looking forward to them having that opportunity.
Barry, anything you would say to amplify or elaborate on that?
No, I think Sandy nailed that. I just think that our student athletes will ask them to be leaders for the rest of the campus and our community, and take the responsibility that they have to have, not only to play, but to make our community and our campus a safe place.
Jim, I'll leave this with a final question for you. There are Big Ten fans who, of course, were extremely interested in whether or not the Big Ten would be able to participate in the college football playoff. It seems you have definitely constructed a schedule here, again, with Barry's subcommittee as well, where that would at least be a possibility. What discussions have you had with the CFP about the Big Ten's ability to participate?
Well, we're fortunate, Dave, to have the chair of the CFP as one of our athletic directors, Gary Barta, the AD at Iowa, and conversations with him and Kevin's conversations with Bill Hancock. I think that's a real possibility, and something that I know our student athletes across our 14 institutions really are excited about, and a chance not only with the CFP but within the bowl structure. And it's something that's been, connected with the Big Ten for a lot of years. So to play a regular season in a meaningful way, to weave it in with our partners at Fox and ESPN, to do it under the lights that our student athletes so enjoy doing, and to have it culminate at the end of the year with a chance to play in the CFP and a chance to play in traditional bowl games is incredibly exciting.
Exciting indeed, an exciting day for the Big Ten. Kevin Warren, Morty Shapiro, Jim Borchers, Sandy Barber, Jim Phillips, Barry Alvarez, thank you all so much for your time, for allowing me to ask some questions of you. I know there are many topics that we were not able to cover given our limited amount of time that other members of the media want to get to, and for that we're going to send it back to Carrie.